Hello guys and welcome back to my Blue Archive main story read along. Now, yeah, it's been a while. I think it's been like 2 weeks. I haven't made any videos, but I'm back. And yes, I will be continuing the main story.
あれ見えますかプラナちゃん、あれのことですか先輩
Right. Okay. Main story. I think I was. Wait a minute. Yep, here we are. Right, Dew's New Dawn. So in the previous video, we saw what happened. Things are not really good. You know, yeah, Rin is in trouble. So are we. Kaya, I think that was her name, right? The defense, like the one in charge of defense. Yeah, she's just gone off the rails. We have the Fox Squad. Yeah, so yeah, just trouble all over. Dew's New Dawn. The next morning in front of the Kosagi Park. Attention residents, a new executive order will go into effect at 12 a.m. today. Okay. Please visit the General Student Council website as well as your local administrative agency for further details. We look forward to active cooperation in any future inspections by law enforcement. Wait, 12 a.m. That means midnight, right? Because noon is 12 p.m. I think, yeah. So at midnight it will get what? I guess that makes sense because it's a new day, I'm guessing. Okay. The General Student Council is not responsible for any harm or damages incurred from a failure to comply. Wait, just a minute. General Student Council website. Oh my god. Right. Once again, attention residents, a new executive order will go into effect at 12 a.m. today. Is this really happening? I guess so, although I don't even know what this is. I already tried to read through the clauses on their stupid website, but it was so convoluted you can't tell what they're saying at all. That is fantastic. Do you think Sensei is okay? We haven't heard from them since they went to the General Student Council building yesterday. Sensei will be okay. The new council's influence hasn't reached the Sanctum Tower as of yet. My biggest concern is what's happening all around the city right now. The announcements were alarming enough, but since this morning, I've seen a parade of armored transports and soldiers filling up the streets. So they're just gonna make, put like the... I don't know, they're gonna declare martial law or something like that? I don't know. Oh my god. There's no way it's another coup, is there? It's way too quiet. We would have at least heard some shooting. It's hard to tell. We don't have any vision of the city from here. Right now, information is of most essential resource. We have to do some recon on the field. Get up, Rabbit Squad. Let's get to the bottom of this. Oh, geez. Yeah, oh my god. Right. Aren't those idiots Kaiser Special Forces or whatever? Yeah, I recognize him. Why are they decked out in gear in the middle of the city? It's all civilian zones here. Attention citizens, as of today, security supervision of our 47 districts, including Kosagi Town, will be managed by Kaiser Security. This is so... I don't know what to call this. In accordance with the acting General Student Council President's will and the new executive order, Kaiser Security will ensure public order in Kivotos. We request the public's cooperation to ensure a seamless transition. Okay, whatever, bro. Oh man, running so late. Oh, why is the traffic light taking forever today? I'm gonna be late at this rate. Maybe I'll just go... Oh! Me? Yes, you. Why are you trying to cross the street when the light is red? I was running late for my appointment and I was rushing. I'm sorry, can you give me a pass this one time? Rules apply to everyone equally. For violating the General Student Council's regulation and disrupting traffic, you'll be charged with a... What? 100,000 yen penalty, right? 100,000 yen ticket for jaywalking? I mean, I get jaywalking isn't cool, but that's way more than you. Opposing the will of the acting general student council president. Unacceptable. You're under arrest for sedition. This can't be happening. Alright, you guys are going a bit too crazy. Now, how does this thing work again? Is it this button? What's that? Why is everyone crowding around this ATM? You there? Why are you loitering? Please bear with me, I'm an old man and I'm not tech savvy. Withdrawing cash takes a while sometimes, just need to find the right button. Everyone is equal, no exceptions. Yeah! All citizens deserve access to public utility. Bro, this is insane. Imagine saying everyone is equal to an old man who can barely walk and see. Bro, no, he's not equal. His body's failing. Like, we need to help these people, elderly people and, children, little kids who don't know anything better. Imagine. Might as well, what do you call them? Like anything, like basically anything, make them all equal then, I guess. Like, if that's the whole thing. No specialized seats for elderly people on the bus. Nothing, everyone's equal, stand there. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, it's just crazy. You must move once. What? You must move once your allotted time has passed. Your selfish behavior has created a line. Can't even get cash these days. Well, I thought he was gonna arrest him or something. Good lord, that would have been even crazier. You there? What's that in your hand? Oh, this, just a grenade. What? Just a grenade? Just a grenade? Just a deadly explosive that could destroy buildings and injure citizens with a mere toss? Are you a terrorist? What is your target? Hold up, since when can we not carry grenades around? Well, yeah, literally, I guess everyone just takes around guns and stuff, so I think for this world at least, it's pretty normal. You wouldn't tell me I couldn't carry my school books or water bottle, would you? I'm pretty sure grenades are listed at our supplies list. In accordance with the new executive orders, carrying explosives weighing over 100 grams without due territory is illegal. You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit a terror attack. No way, that's absurd. Alright. There are soldiers everywhere and they're arresting citizens left, right and center. And since when did it become illegal to carry grenades in the city? If that was a thing, I would have been arrested ages ago. It's all part of the new executive order they issued. There's so many new rules and regulations, they could probably teach an entire class on it. The textbook would be huge. We're focusing on the wrong thing here. Since when is Kaiser Corporation in charge of policing the public? Shouldn't the whole lot of them be behind bars after the last failed coup? Well, right. You see who's in charge? Kaiser has more influence than we realize. I think I can't stand seeing law enforcement intimidating and arresting the residents, even if it's in the name of crime prevention. That's not how justice should be upheld. But today feels more orderly. I don't think so. That old man, that poor old man, he wanted some cash. He just got booted out because he was taking a little bit longer. Bruh. If that's order, I don't want that order. On a typical day in Kivotos, you'd have some yahoos firing guns or trying to blow us up with a grenade launcher. With such a threatening security presence, no one's foolish enough to start anything. Why does this feel so wrong? Yeah, well, I don't know. It's like some kind of a, like the freedom is just, yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. Isn't this the ideal society? No one commits any crimes because the law reigns supreme over the city. So why does it feel so ominous? No, it's just they are laying a path and everyone who has to follow that. There's nothing new will come out of this. And I don't know, it's just rules and rules and rules and just following them. I don't know, it's a bit too much. There should be rules, obviously, but this is just, yeah, a bit. This is the justice I've envisioned of all these years. Oh, this is that guy, right? That guy from the, I forgot his name. Hmm. Hey, you there? What are you doing? To not know me. This is your first time beholding such greatness. I would assume we are well known, famous even among folks. But your pure lifestyle of minimalism, yep, that guy, and tranquility. You must have been living a life of extravagance to not know about us. I'm this characters. We are a collective of the poor who hope to live simply and honestly. We call ourselves the pursuer of non-possessive happiness, the pursuers for short. The pursuers? Exactly, and we aren't moochers of society. We chose this way of life to nourish our souls, not working, not owning, not wanting. Interested? If you fancy your way of life, please. Robber 1, take this idiot away. Now, wait a minute. We haven't done anything wrong. If you're going to haul us away, you have to at least give a reason. Okay, here's a reason. Because you did nothing. You are cancerous parasites leeching off of society. You drain its resources and give nothing in return. For a thriving community, we need to reshape mindsets like yours. We're sending you to the Kaiser Corporation's employment facility to work. Time for you to contribute to society. No, you can't make me work. No. Excuse me. Even if the course of action you pursue is for the public good and safety, you cannot arrest citizens without a warrant. That is true. If you abuse your authority like this, as a member of SRT Academy, I have no choice but to intervene. You misunderstand. This is the will of the acting president. Am I to understand you are questioning her command? Bro, where? You can just be saying crap like out of your ass. Like, like where's the proof? Like, that's why warrants are needed. Good God. Even if you say it's her will, a weapon has one purpose and is useless if it cannot perform it. Anyway, which school are you from? I don't recognize your uniforms. SRT Academy? SRT Academy doesn't ring any bells. Excuse me, are you trying to antagonize us? Saki, it's okay if they don't know. It just means we'll have to teach them who we are, one lesson at a time. On top of that, you seem to have weapons that violate the new executive order. You're being detained too. Drop your weapons and put your hands in the air. Oh god, she's not happy. Rabbit 1, permission? Permission granted. On my signal. It's fine, I can handle this. Oh no, it's the Fox Squad, I think. Oh no, who the hell is... Oh, it's that guy. The general or whatever the hell. It's been a while, Rabbit Squad. General, from the recent attack on Chalet? You mean the one who nearly blew up a building during Operation Recapture Chalet? I'm honored my decision stood out enough in the minds of such elites as yourself to be remembered. Don't get a big head about it. It's more like your refusal to accept defeat was so absurd that I couldn't help but remember you. I suppose I'll have to take what I can get. I will admit, I may have underestimated your squad back then, but unfortunately for you, I'm not too prideful to learn from my past mistakes. Why let us go? The odds were on your side in that situation. As if those grunts would have stopped you. Regardless, I have orders. Direct orders from the acting General Student Council President. In fact, do not antagonize SRT's Academy students. The acting from Defense Chief Kaya? Yes, it seems she's planning to reinstate SRT Academy under her command this time. If that is true, we may not be allies, but we will be on the same side. I have no reason to fight you. Going to reinstate SRT? Yeah, she will be putting Fox back in and then probably tell you guys to follow suit. Literally what the Fox, squad said, that, come with us and follow, do as we say or whatever. There, your complexion is pale. Do you need anything? Probiotics? Food? Please feel free to take advantage of Kaiser's services. You have access to whatever supplies you need at the Kaiser Express in front of the park. Granted, we can't openly give you outlaw weapons, but if you need something, let's just say we can arrange something a little more discreet. Oh, shut up. Your offer sounds fine and dandy, but I know when something's too good to be true. What are you scheming behind the scenes? Your last plan to overthrow the General Student Council failed largely because of us. Surely you resent us? Isn't that a given? I can't stand you, SRT. You have power most can only dream of, and you squander it away on your shallow ideas of justice. The misguided sense of righteousness almost cost me everything. The idea of taking such each and every one of you down is incredibly appealing. But sometimes society requires us to be nice. It requires handshakes with trembling little rabbits. Personal vendettas mean nothing in the face of my greater goals. In that regard, President Kaya sets a good example. She'd collaborate with anyone as long as furthered her goals. She proved as much when she extended her hand again after I betrayed her. All of this is going to come and bite her in the ass. I can imagine that. Kaya's just taking too many, decisions that are not good at all. The cooperation of two people who understand how to exploit the other's strengths is stronger than your paltry relationship. Things like comradeship, friendship, machinations of the weak. You believe in nothing then? I have my beliefs, but they don't dictate my mission. I follow orders regardless of my personal beliefs. That's what makes an ideal soldier, a proper special ops agent. Can you claim that? To me, you're strong but idealistic to a fault, whiny children. You're cowering prey who fight the injustice in front of you but turn your head in inequalities that don't affect. This bro is speaking a lot of crap for someone who literally got annihilated and had to whimper back to Kaya's, feet to get back his position. Who does he think he is? So keep whining as many battles as you want, but you won't be able to win this war. You don't have the resolve. Let's head back, everyone. We've collected more than enough intel. Please feel— Bro, shut up! Go away! What the hell is wrong with you? Good God! Please feel free to accept some of Kaiser's free supplies on your way back. You're gonna get a kick out. No, thank you. Good Lord. I'm not naive enough to be in debt to someone like you, not when I don't know what you're planning. Oh, excellent. At least the leader has some amount of common sense. Until next time, then. Bro, piss off. I can't believe we just got lambasted by that loser of all people. Something's wrong. What is it? Is there something on my face? No, I don't think that's what she's talking about. No, about when he was taunting us earlier. You're usually a hot-headed idiot, so I was just waiting for your balloon to explode. But you actually kept your cool. Has our little Saki finally matured? There were soldiers with guns everywhere. It's not about maturity. I was trying not to get us killed. I would have liked to take the stupid general's face and well, he was right about one thing. Dominating in battle won't help if those in power change the rules every time they start losing. I mean, at the end of the day, we were made to follow orders. At SRT, they always said, on the battlefield, emotions are a distraction, and distractions mean failure. So, I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. What's our next move, Miyako? Elephant? What do you mean? Oh my god. It's a way of speaking. Don't play dumb. You wants us to disband and become a part of the fuck squad. What do you want to do? I'm hesitant to disband Rabbit Squad, but if SRT Academy is really reopened, it'll be a little purposeless to continue protesting here. That is true. They were protesting for SRT to come back, and SRT comes back. So what are they protesting for? Nothing. Then maybe being a good weapon and listening is the best option. I mean, how much longer are we going to live in a park? We can't keep scavenging for supplies forever. We have no way of making money and improving our situation. And I personally would rather much have a warm bed when winter hits. I'll do whatever you do, Miyako. I see. Considering Chief Kai has promised to restore SRT Academy, keeping up this barricade in the park is pointless. Joining our seniors would mean a structured life, better weapons, and a comfortable place to live for the whole squad. Yeah, but you're forgetting the reason why you guys started protesting. Yeah, it was to bring back SRT. But obviously the bigger picture there was upholding basic morality, law and justice. That was the bigger thing behind that, right? Not just bringing back SRT. What matters more to me are the ideals that I've dug my nails into since. What matters more to me are these ideals I've dug my nails into since the moment I joined SRT. Just that, ideals, dreams. My squad members' struggles are what matters. Okay, listen up, everyone. I can't make a final decision without hearing from you first. Out of control. Oh boy. Hmm. There's something about the smell of bottle of Blue Mountain after morning grills. The heating and the grinding process of the beans is meticulous and intense, but it's necessary for the beans to produce this perfect flavor, a harmless blend of acidic and refreshing. Kind of like handling people. If you approach governing hesitantly, scared, and opinions and backlash, you're left with nothing but a bitter taste in your mouth. There are murmurs now, but in time Kyvoros's people will see. I don't think so. They'll understand that freedom is a small price to pay for the harmony of order. With Chief Officer Rin's supporters ousted and Kaiser Corporation's cooperation secured, everything's on track. Granting them authority to dole out punishments was a no-brainer for access to their influence and money. If I just slowly accumulate power like this, I might even become the next Joint Student Council president. Yeah, that's not happening. Because things are going to go out of control, literally like the title said. Chief Kaya, Acting General Student Council President, my apologies. I have something to report. Report? Deputy Chief of Defense? This had better be important. I have too much on my plate for trivialities. Well, about that, normally I'd report to the supervisory officer. But you know what happened? You came and did some changes here. But Chief Officer Rin is unavailable, so I came directly to you instead. In that case, make it quick. What is it? At 11 a.m. earlier today, a crash transport train on the Hokuroku Central Line was commandeered by armed criminals. Their current location is unknown. According to protocol, the acting president must contact the transportation office to activate the emergency system and request assistance from neighboring districts. Oh my god, that's not happening. Oh no. Yeah, I think yeah, nobody's gonna help. I don't know. Like, okay, let's see. Yes, a train hacking armed robbers. Wait, a train was hijacked? What? Why am I only hearing about this now? Huh? But hijacks are practically routine in Kyvotos. It's almost a monthly tradition at this point. And you very empathetically specify no reports this morning, so bruh. Routine, you said, and Chief Officer Rin used to handle these hijackings on top of her other responsibilities? Good god, what was this lady doing up until now? Was she just sipping coffee every morning, just sitting down and plotting her master plan of taking over without even knowing what is going on and what responsibilities people have to face? Like, what the hell is this? Yes, that's correct. Oh my god, this girl is an idiot. Like, okay. Yes, that's correct. Fine, I'll handle transportation. Coordinate with Valkyrie Police School to ID the criminals and seal off possible escape routes. Start with the station. There's a slight issue. What now? The Public Peace Bureau director and all its members who usually handle this are actually still on probation. They are punished for disobeying orders. Due to executive orders going into effect, most Security Bureau students are out on weapon inspections. So there's no personnel to respond to the situation. Then rally any available officer or public security member you can find. Isn't restoring order your duty? If you let this new council down, then I can't help but wonder what new role you, Deputy Chief of Defense, will be holding once the dust settles. I'll handle it immediately. Didn't expect this being president to be so draining. Hello, transportation office? Huh? Chief Kaya, what do you want? My title is Acting General Student Council President, not Chief. You want me to call you that? My lunch will be delivered and go cold before I finish. Which my lunch will be delivered soon, so I'm busy. There are more pressing matters than your lunch. The Deputy Chief of Defense reported a hijacking of a cash transport train on the Hokuroku Central Line. I need you to activate the emergency system, dispatch personnel, organize the search and retrieval for the train and report back to me. Well, I think I'm good. Excuse me? Train hijackings aren't like snap my fingers and the problem will be fixed. It's going to be an annoying draw-out process. I'll handle it after lunch. Do not grasp the urgency here. If you think your lackadaisical attitude is going to fly here, I'll arrest you for negligence and sabotage of the Grand Student Council. Okay, and then who's going to do her job? You? Who's going to do her job? If you arrest every single person, like, are you going to be doing all their jobs? Sure, go ahead. At least I won't have to work anymore. Can you ask them to bring me some chips? I really hope whoever replaces me can read and manage all the operation charts and stuff. Well, best of luck to them, I guess. Nobody knows Kiboru's operation like me and my stuff, Kaya. But if you want to gut my department, go ahead. I'm sure that'll work out real well for you. Are you trying to strong arm me? Yes, exactly. My lunch just got here. Later. Stay calm, Kaya. Deep breaths. You're Kiboru's finest and the future General Student Council president. You know what the problem here is? The problem is the person. I'm pretty sure if Rin was the one who was giving these orders to Momoka, she probably would have listened. But half of the people here just doesn't care about Kaya. A lot of the people are not happy. So they're not going to do what she says. And it's just, especially people who are more in the central, like who actually were working instead of just lazing around like a freeloader, like who were actually putting the job and putting the time. They know how efficient and good Rin was at her job. So after they just literally took her out, and like this girl here is now in the same position and she literally has no idea what she's supposed to do. Obviously people are pissed because they're like, you're making our job more difficult for us, so yeah, I cannot be bothered. Stay calm and rational, tackle problems one at a time. This is why having like a good reputation is so important in these types of situations. Literally people won't listen to you. What are you going to do then? You cannot it's all well and good you're the leader, but if the people don't listen to the leader, what can the leader do? The leader cannot do the people's job. She will have to maintain like a thing that was going to, it's just, what problem needs fixing now? You seem on edge, acting president. Oh, chief of finance. Just dealing with a barrage of issues on my first day. There's always a transition period. You're a sensible one, so I trust you're not here to add to my troubles. So, about the new executive order expenses invoice you submitted earlier. Yes, it is necessary for the council. Please process it. Rejected. What? On what grounds? I reviewed it personally and all of the invoice entries are in Arabic numerals. What? It's against policy to process non-Chinese numerals to prevent fraud. Oh. Also, the authorization of the stamp is smudged and difficult to read. If I can't read the name, I can't verify it. If I can't verify it, I can't approve it. Resubmitted, following the correct procedures at your convenience. Wait, Chief Owl? Oh, yeah, I'm swamped all the way to my banks right now. Couldn't you overlook this just once? I promise I'll make it up to... No. No exceptions, no matter your position. Even Chief Officer Rin revises her mistakes herself. But revisions have a same-day turnaround. If it isn't corrected by today, I'll have to dismiss it entirely. Could I perhaps get an extension? She literally said it's on the same day. What are you on about? Just until tomorrow? Tomorrow, but not a minute later. Seriously, did everyone just wake up and decide to be difficult today? Why can't I find any competent help? Not a single... Well, you fired them, you idiot! What is wrong with you? Go ask your Kaiser Corporation goons to do the job for you. Good God. I can't believe my bad luck with people. Right. Hilarious. Problems? Yes, but all tribal. They just need to be delegated properly. It's only that the incompetence somehow has the power to make a mountain of even the tiniest molehill. Good, okay. The Fox Squad seems to be my only subordinates who can do as they are told. Because discipline and executing orders are our job. And a weapon is useless if it can't fulfill its purpose. That kind of mindset is why I appreciated you. I do have a question. When do you plan on reviving SRT Academy? Is that really your concern right now? Well, right now we need to secure the board's trust. and consolidate power. Once I control the council, I'll make you 10 new SR. Okay, right. Priorities, Yukino. Understood. I apologize. It's okay. Remember, I'm the only one who truly understands you and your worth. Trust in me and you'll have what you want. Following my orders is the only way for you to give your squad members and those starry-eyed underclassmen what they need the most. Understood. Acting General Student Council President, I have a report. At this point, nothing could surprise me anymore. Well, go on. What's the crisis this time? It's, the Director of Human Resources was attacked by a subordinate. Wait, who was that? Director of Human Resources? What did you say? Wait, who was that? I'd forgotten. Director of Human... A few hours earlier outside the General Student Council building. Oh, it's some random no-face person. Okay. Good work, comrades. The quick dismissal of the acting president was thanks to every single one of you here. You came together as one, screaming voice and injustice were heard. So, this person just got attacked? Good lord. It's been days. They might be our alumni, but they are so dedicated to protesting. Makes me feel bad. Do you hear how they actually refuse payment? There's no need for pity. Challenging injustice and authority is the workers' way. Oh, this is that girl. I remember her. Wait, wasn't she from Red Winter? We could protest all day as long as it's against those in power. I guess you never really take the Red Winter out of the student. Oh yeah, there you go. She is Red Winter. So is the chief officer Rin really gone? Huh? That's old news. She couldn't take the power of our protesters' shouts. A chief officer Rin stepped down already. Then who is the acting General Student Council president now? Shiranui Kaya now, I think? It's kind of confusing, but they said the old president chose her or something. Right. Which means... Oh no. Down with fake President Kaya. Down, fake. What are you chanting right now? We won already. We wanted Rin out, not Kaya. We did, but Rin stepped down. Kaya is the acting president now. She's the representative authority. Oh no. That's why they're not... Okay. Bro. Representative authority of all the Kivotos. So that means everything in Kivotos is her fault. Oh wait, this is funny. It's literally like... her fault. I can't even begin to... Follow your logic. Oh no. She just became the acting president today. How can she possibly be... Oh no. Possibly be responsible for the state of Kivotos. Leaders are accountable for the team's mistakes, so any issues arising in Kivotos should fall on the shoulders of current acting General Student Council president, aka Shiranui Kaya. Where is the absence of a 3-day work week, the unexpected cold snap, or even the limit on pudding portions, Kaya has to answer for all of it. Answer, Kaya, answer. Denounce anything, demand everything. Denounce anything, demand everything. These revolutionaries are so self-absorbed. Yeah, you're the one to speak. Look, you're done here. Get out. Comrades, she's unveiling her true colors. They can never hide their evil for long. Just like President Cherino and her motley crew. Good God. Never forget, this is why we hate bureaucrats. We won't rest until all tyrants and capitalists are gone. No, don't come closer. Stay back or I'll report you to the Chief Kaya. Yeah, what can she do? She cannot just teleport here and save you from them, can she? Oh boy. Right. Was that a threat? That's how we say good morning at Red Winter Academy. Comrades, are you prepared to fight? We are ready. The Red Winter Labour Party struggle begins anew. Hurrah! Right. Oh boy, this is crazy. The next day, while making my way through the city to meet with the rabbit squad, I said no, shouldn't a Valkyrie student know the rules? This individual isn't suspicious, they live in the neighborhood. Just yesterday I talked to them about egg prices in front of the station as I often do. I'll take full responsibility if anything happens. Can't you just let them through? We can't subvert the law. Where some kid says a suspicious individual is okay. If you disagree with the protocol, take it up with the right department. If Valkyrie students aren't able to protect and ensure the safety of citizens, then who is? Mind explaining the situation here? Thank goodness, Sensei. Charlotte Sensei. This citizen is from the neighborhood. They needed to use the subway to get to their doctor's appointment. But then this Kaiser security guard blocked our way, saying that regulations had changed and started doing this inspection. We're just following protocol. Regulations allow us unilateral authority to perform routine inspections at any time. With the recent changes in the student council, there has been a rise in the number of terror threats. I wonder why. In accordance with the new administrative office order for DU Public Transport and Safety, citizens entering the subway need a round-trip ticket receipt, government transit, a subway map, a copy of the DU City Library record. This is so crazy. These guys are troubling other people for their own incompetence. That is absolutely crazy. Kaya literally couldn't do anything the previous day because of the whole hijacking, and now she's placed a bunch of rules. You think criminals are going to listen to rules? You're just making it difficult for normal people. Your own incompetence is just, oh my god. I fail to see how borrowing a borrowing record impacts their ability to sit on a train. If a book isn't returned because someone's in other district for too long, it'll be quite a hassle for our librarian. Oh, shut up. It's a new measure enacted by the Interim General Student Council for a safer cubicles. We thank you for continued cooperation. But I only have my ticket. I have no idea I need so many documents for the subway. Borrowing records? Why? I haven't even borrowed from the city library in, well, I can't even remember how long. No documents, no entry. If you can't produce the required documents, find another way to your appointment. But there aren't any buses. Should I walk? It's about an hour walk to the hospital. I don't know if my stomach can take that. This is clearly a medical emergency. Getting him to the hospital should be of top priority right now. An individual's personal circumstances are not an excuse for non-compliance. We provided citizens ample notice about the new policies before they were enacted. It is the citizens' responsibility to obey law, regardless of inconveniences to themselves. Did I hear you correctly just now? Do you have any issue with what I said? Are you a Valkyrie Police School student attempting to undermine the authority of Kaiser's security granted by none other than active President Kaya? Good God. I can already see the headline. Valkyrie students go on a rampage downtown. Can the police school still be trusted? I never wanted a fight, but if this is how you choose to conduct yourself... Kirino, stop! We all fancy a ride on the subway tonight. Who is this, Kana? Yep. If the issue here is paperwork, I might be able to assist. Director Kanna, do you intend to escort this civilian to the city office to retrieve the mandated paperwork? Do I look like a tour guide to you? We can sort everything out here. Ticket receipts are electronic and sent automatically. Just check your email. Oh, it's right here in my spam folder. A receipt from the transportation department. What's next? The transit permit? We recently added a clause to include a grace period after these new policies were enacted. Valkyrie students have authority to give out interim permits while the grace period is active. The permit form? Kirino, sign the bottom. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. You can get a subway map for free from the station. That just leaves the library record. Bro, who the hell cares about library record to get on a train? Good God. The DU City Library automatically gets rid of any borrowing records that haven't shown activity for 2 or more years. This citizen fits that category, which exempts him from that requirement. Are we good then? appears so. Proceed. Thank you so much. I'll never forget this. back for one day and already up to my neck in work. It was amazing, Director Khanna. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, that citizen... Nas... N- Wait, what? Nakatsukasa Kirino. Okay, that's her name. I don't, yeah. Ma'am? What were you thinking, putting your hand on your weapon? Yeah, well... You ran into some Kaiser security guards who wouldn't listen to you. So your first instinct was to open fire in the middle of the city? No, ma'am. Not at all. I wasn't going to shoot. The guard refused to listen to reason, so my plan was to deploy a smoke grenade and help civilian escape. What? One smoke grenade against Kaiser security guards armed with the best technology known to keep photos. I see your point. You need to learn to think. Bureaucracy should always be your first. What's all that commotion? I heard a Valkyrie student picked a fight with a Kaiser guard and they really got into it. It must have been over one of the new regulations. I don't blame her, honestly. Let's relocate somewhere more private. You owe me a cup of coffee for bailing you out there. Yes, ma'am. I'll get you 10 cups if you'd like. There's a place nearby that has the fluffiest donuts, too. I don't like donuts, but I'll take the coffee. Okay. 3 coffee and the chocolate donut set. What's the occasion, Sensei? I was supposed to pay for it. As a teacher, I can do this much. The world might be flipped on its axis right now, but somehow you always manage to stay exactly the same, Sensei. Here you go, 3 coffees and a chocolate donut set. It looks delicious. The specialty donuts here are my favorite. Fubuki is the one who showed me this cafe. I love how well the donuts and the coffee pair together. Since they use bittersweet dark chocolate when you have it at the same time as the coffee. Oh no. Up until now, Kivoros has been protected by novices. The Valkyrie Police School officers are, at the end of the day, students who care more about finding the next best donut shop than public safety. Okay. What the hell? That's some weird timing. Kaiser Security, on the other hand, has a team of seasoned former PMC units on call of all time. We're prepared to and capable of providing the best security technology that can offer under any circumstance. Yeah, we were seeing a very good demonstration a few moments ago about what you guys were doing. You know, in the DU alone, under the guidance of the acting student council president Kaya, we have tightened security, established rigorous inspection points, and managed to cut down crime by a solid 50%. What? You guys probably increased the amount of deaths by 50% as well by the way you guys are operating nowadays. Literally not letting people go to the hospital, throwing out people from because they're taking a little bit longer on the ATM. You know, even if it's an old man, you know, yeah, crime might be down by 50%, but deaths are probably up by 50%. Yeah, good God. And like, if that's what happens, yeah, I don't think that's the way. At Kaiser Security, our commitment is to restore peace and order in DU. Peace, huh? Sounds nice. Yes, it does. Sensei, I heard you turned down Kai's reform proposal. I didn't have time to look at it too closely, but we didn't have much to lose from it, from what I could tell. Which leads me to believe the refusal is more principle-driven. You summed it up well. If it was just a simple pacifying gesture, then sure, go crazy with your principles or whatnot. But I don't think I need to remind you that saying no to Kaya is never that simple. She's hardly one ever to let sleeping dogs lie. Kana, you acted on your principles when you helped me, didn't you? Well, yeah. We all have to stick to our guns once in a while, don't we? Speaking of it, I'm glad to see you up and about again. Yes, thanks to you for looking out for me. Okay, cutting right to the chase. I've resigned my position as the Public Peace Bureau Director. Right. To be more exact, I've been temporarily relieved of my position. If it was retaliation for helping me, I can't have you taking responsibility for my decision, Sensei. Regardless of the situation, at that time, the department's director can't and shouldn't break protocol. Instead, I defied direct orders from my superiors and fought allies with hostile intent. Even if I made the right call in the end, I still have to hold myself accountable. The more we bend the rules for make exceptions, and easier it becomes for bad characters to manipulate them. True, that is true. I went into this knowing that I'd have to pay the price, and I'm at peace with it. Honestly, I'm glad it wasn't worse. But there were things I didn't plan for. A lot of public peace bureau students followed and supported my insubordination. They met the same fate I did, and now we have no bureau providing security for the citizens, which is also how Kaya was able to pivot DU security to Kaiser's control so smoothly. Kaiser is the largest and most successful corporation in Kivotos. They have means and experience well outside of what the Public Peace Bureau was able to provide. I trust they can maintain Kivotos and police laws and regulations. But yeah, like this is just, it's so weird seeing these people just patrolling around the place and everything. What does bother me is how tight these regulations have gotten and the massive increase in guards. Yeah, because freaking Kaya, she couldn't do her job properly. That's why he's increasing all this security. You know, if the whole hijacking was the reason why she added so many of the requirements, like you need your birth certificate, you need your, I don't know, whatever, you know, like your driving license, your like everything you need to go and sit on a train, your library record, you know. So it's because of the incident the previous day. That's why she's just increasing these things. Other companies besides Kaiser Off Corporation are pretty much sidelined. Citizens are staying indoors, afraid of the paramilitary level forces that are marching through the neighborhoods. Sure, crime rates have got down, but do the ends justify the means here? I have to admit it, I haven't been sure of much these days. The only thing I can do is hope my decision wasn't the wrong one. You made the call you thought was right, that's all that matters. You don't need to defend me. Everything the villain does in the story has to catch up to her eventually, right? Honestly, I should have stepped down a long time ago. Now I'm not sure if I've lost my opportunity. You're not some third-rate villain, Director Kanna. Kirino? You have exceptional aim, your admin work is impeccable, and despite all your experience, you still genuinely care. I can't just sit around and listen to you talk down about yourself anymore. Not when so many of us at Valkyrie look up to you. I train every day hoping to be half as good as you one day, Director Kanna. Sadly, Kirino, you could train twice a day every day and you still wouldn't be a quarter as good as me. Bruh. Director, my heart. But I could say the same for myself. I could never become a member of the Public Safety Bureau and gained the faith and trust of the citizens like you have. You might have a lousy shot, but you've really proven yourself. Director Kanna. Oh no, what's happening? Down, oh, the Labour Party. Down with Acting General Student Council President Kaya. We deserve a 2-day work week. 2 days. What? Okay. See to our demands or I'll eat all your pudding. Where did these guys come from? No matter what we do, they just keep going up like flies. We can't do our jobs with them in the way. We need backup. Backup. Time for work, Kirino. Let's go. It doesn't matter who's in charge of security, we still have our duty as Valkyrie students. We'll provide backup. Yes, ma'am. See you around, Sensei. Thank you for the donuts, Sensei. Well? I finished my coffee and headed out to Kousagi Park to see the Rabbit Squad members. Oh yeah, since he was going there in the beginning. Termination. I'm back. Well, where did everyone go? I searched all throughout the encampment, but it was a ghost now. Is there a note? Finally, I found the old sleeping tent empty with only a letter left inside. Read the letter on the text. Dear Sensei, hello, this is Miyako. I'm sorry that I'm delivering this news in a letter. Starting today, we are officially ending our Kusagi Park occupation and protest to rejoin our senior classmates. When we talked, I truly did believe in what you told me and the things we discussed. But with acting President Kaya supporting the revival of SRT Academy, our protest no longer had a cause. I couldn't justify asking my squad members to continue living under this condition when there was no longer a fight to rally behind. Living in the park has been hard, scrounging for expired bentos and stealing barrels just to have somewhere to bathe. I can't forget how difficult it was for my squad members when we first moved here. Despite all that, your support was invaluable. I don't want you to think it wasn't. Any of those struggles I mentioned would have brought us to our knees had you not been there to pick us back up every time. It's all thanks to you that we could now look forward and accept support from others too. All their needs will be met. We can follow Saki's regimented daily routine and Moe will have enough firepower to blow up Kyoto's. I'm just kidding, I hope. Even Mew will finally get to have comfy bed she has always wanted. It wasn't an easy decision. It required sacrificing my principles. Damn. But maybe my principles were wrong. At the end of the day, a weapon that can't serve its purpose is useless, right? I do hope this decision was best for everyone. I'm sorry I didn't discuss it with you first. I wanted to ask you for advice in person at first. I wanted to know what you thought of my choice. But I felt like hearing your voice would have made me second guess myself. So I hope you understand why this letter is the only thing we left you as a goodbye. We put you through a lot, didn't we? Thank you, Sensei. We'll come back to clean up the park and gather our supplies after completing our operation. I hope our paths cross again in one day. Maybe in a different place, in a different world. Sincerely. Clean up what was left behind. Based off coordinates, this is where they said to meet them. This is the biggest training facility I've ever seen, if that's what even this is. We are so far out. Who knew there was a whole facility all the way out here? Weird, it doesn't show up on the satellite images. ECM devices blocking cameras, maybe? This was an SRT Academy training facility before the council president disappeared. It was meant to serve as a base of operations in the event of an emergency, so its very existence was highly confidential. This is my first time here as well. Oh. You've made your choice. Yukino. Reporting. I've received orders that Tsukiyuki Miyako and the other 3 members of the Rabbit Squad are to join the Fox Squad. As squad leader, I am hereby disband the Rabbit Squad and transfer authority of its members to Fox Squad leader Shichido Yukino. Confirm. As of now, Tsukiyuki Miyako and the 3 members of a squad will serve as an active unit under the Fox Squad. Welcome to the Fox Squad, Squad leader Tsukiyuki. Thank you. There they are. I found the rabbits. You took your sweet time. We've been waiting. Otogi and Kurumi, thank you for coming all the way here. Are you hungry or would you like to shower first? Shower? Oh yeah, they haven't been. We get to shower in a room? Absolutely. Cleanliness is vital for combat readiness. No matter how dire the situation, you can't train efficiently if you not... Sorry, I forgot. Not at all. We are the ones who chose to live in a park. Well, I'm happy to say we have equipped with showers with individual beds for each of you. Please make yourself at home. Thank you. I'm exhausted. I just want a good shower and a soft bed. That does sound nice, but before that... Right. We're starting all of your specialty training routines. Up and at them, Bun. Specialized training right now? Based on recent observations, your combat skills need sharpening a lot. Consider it a bonding activity. We'll get to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. Rabbit Squad, gear up and meet at the training area. Just when I thought I could finally experience luxury and comfort in my poor hard knock life. We're going to get special training directly from our seniors. No dilly-dallying. Unpack and gear up now. You're probably the only one in SRT history to be excited about surprise training. At least there are showers. We don't have to worry about sticky if we sweat. Since our adorable underclassmen are here, I'll have to put in some extra effort in today's dinner menu. Miyako, everything okay? Yeah, everything is great. Yeah, everything's great. Okay, shock and fear. Oh boy. I have one condition, more of a request, if you will, for the Red Winter office to take responsibility for and disband the protesters from your school. Can we shake on that, President Chino? You're asking a very good person here. It seems you are confused, Acting Director General Student Council President. You see, I'm not simply a president. I'm the Student Council President of Red Winter Academy, Head of Beautification, Great Leader, Head of Physical Education, and the Catering Department, and this month's top pudding taster, Cherino. I refuse to respond to such paltry title. Yes, Red Winter Academy Student Council President and the Head of various departments, Cherino. Back to the matter at hand. Head of various departments? You trivialize my position. I'll have you purged. Why is this little child in front of me so attached to these fake positions no one cares about? Where's Tomo? Please excuse me, great leader Cherino, but the protesters hindering the student council's ability to carry out its responsibility is a pressing concern. They're causing civil unrest all over DU. An external security review confirmed that most of these troublemakers are students from Red Winter Academy. As DU's Chief of Defense and the Acting General Student Council President, I'm firmly demanding the Red Winter office take accountability. Like I said, you asked a very good person to. Now that you mention it, the Labour Party has been unusually quiet, so that's their game. What's the grievance that they're protesting this time? That's a good question, great leader Cherino. These students are demanding not to just free pudding rations and an unrealistic 2-day work week, but they're also initiating a coup. She's like, oh, we have that every day. Is that so? And? Does that giant hat block your hearing? A coup, a rebellion. They're trying to topple the General Student Council itself. As the Acting General Student Council President responsible for Kyoto's security, this is a matter that can't... I get it, coups can be quite bothersome. I've weathered a few myself. One thing I've learned, Chief Kaya, is that trying to crush a coup directly only fuels its flames. And isn't it natural for students to rebel if they're unhappy with the council's action? Good God. What do you mean by that? There will always be those short-sighted students who can't see the visions of distinguished leaders like us. Well, it's nothing like Red Winter, I imagine. Being the General Student Council President of DU must be challenging. The public will never understand you. That is exactly why I'm trying to request that the Red Winter take responsibility. Now then, I don't normally involve myself in matters outside of my academy, but when I see hard work, it must be rewarded. Therefore, the Red Winter office will send you a box of Cherenka. Wait, will send me a what now? Huh? You haven't heard of Cherenka? Chief of Defense? I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced. I'm just, Cherenka is the Red Winter Academy's signature milk chocolate. Its richness is unparalleled. It is, if it's to your liking, perhaps the General Student Council could receive regular shipments? What I'm asking you for now is manpower, not... Oh no, how could this have happened? I was enjoying chatting with a like-minded leader so much I almost missed my scheduled nap time. I will continue this later, Acting General Council President whatever your name was. That insolent brat. How does Red Winter Academy not have one single serious student? She's sleeping. Wait, I'm not from Red Winter Academy. I know, I wasn't talking to you. Are you sure that Brat is Red Winter Academy Student Council President and a representative Chief of Staff? Indeed, Hiren Kawachaino currently holds the position of Student Council President at Red Winter Federal Academy. Currently? Last week I believe it was Chairwoman Ikekura Marita. If I'm to understand this correctly, we have to solve the security threat by negotiating within the academy that changes leadership on a weekly basis. Yet the former acting president Rim seemed quite competent at it. With the right incentives, this should be a cakewalk compared to dealing with Trinity and Gehenna. Oh no! I guess someone with a background in defense might only know how to use sticks. No. Chief Kaya, acting General Student Council President. Good God, this girl is too damn fussy. Shut up, nobody cares. They have a lot other stuff they're dealing with, and probably they don't have time for this nonsensical thing. Like, she's always like, good God, how much insecure you should be to act like that little brat like this. I'm so sorry, acting General Student Council President. Regarding the regular defense officer reports, numerous civilians have made grievances about the new policy mandating them to show 10 forms of ID when making a cash withdrawal. 10 forms? Okay, bro. You know what? I feel like we people will just stop doing anything now. They just literally won't do anything. And then there have been a number of incidents across DU where frustrated civilians have brandished weapons instead of IDs, coercing bank staff to make the withdrawal. That's blatant armed robbery. Yeah, well, if other than that, if you need to 10 permits to get withdraw your own money from the bank, I'm pretty sure everyone will do that. If they don't have any choice. Good God. This is happening all over, and the Valkyrie officers and Kaiser guards just twiddling their thumbs. As mentioned before, both the Security Bureau and Kaiser Security are stretched thin due to the sheer number of daily inspections. If they lack the personnel, then hire private security firms to maintain security. I won't tolerate even a single criminal act when I'm in charge in Kyoto. Oh my God, this girl is an idiot. Absolute moron. She has no idea how stuff works. As Momoka, right, said, she should have just stuck with her defense thing. Good God. Says that, but things have been way more chaotic since she took over. A protest delayed me for 30 minutes this morning when I was trying to get to Sanctum Tower. While minor crimes have decreased, major offenses have escalated. Because of all our resources have been directed towards regulating the citizens, criminals have suddenly found themselves with plenty of room to play. Bruh. And with the Director of Human Resources out of commission, Chief Kai has less supporters than ever. Maybe she can't keep up with the pressure of her office. Chief Officer Rin is looking more and more competent every day. Enough, meeting adjourned. What, I thought you were going to fire all of them here as well, because they were talking behind your back. You should have done that, then you'd have 3 more empty spaces for you to fill in. That would have been fantastic. You kept me waiting. There you are, acting General Student Council President. I'm here in person because there seems to be a delay in payments to Kaiser Security. Considering the manpower and equipment required, the previous payment doesn't even come close to covering. Why am I still being bothered with petty problems? With the amount of money we have paid you, how is it that you are incapable of handling even a single student protest before it reaches my desk? Why? Because you haven't paid the proper price, of course. You say what you have paid me is how much the General Council how much the General Student Council has approved in its budget. But if your problem won't go away, then maybe the budget isn't sufficient? You're in no position to be asking me for more, Kaiser. Have you forgotten that I kept Kaiser Corporation from diving nose first into the bankruptcy? What would you do if I hadn't covered your crimes of the incident? Of course not. Trust is the backbone of any business arrangement. However, I also don't believe in conducting business arrangements on emotional whims. You may have saved us from bankruptcy, but doesn't mean I'll burn through our revenues for you. But you asked where I would be. I would have recovered quite easily. I can just throw away the Caerbannog and start a new company should things go wrong. What about you? You stake your name and credibility with so little thought. If it all comes apart, where will Shiranui Kaya be? I've helped you. I've kept your secrets. The public would be interested to know about the silo you built under Kousagi Station, I should think. That was a different issue. We were the ones who took a hit when the rebate was discovered. Under your protection, the town's redevelopment went up in smoke because of it. I've told you already, once everything's squared away, I'll pay you back. Put it on my tab. I'll even add interest. If that's what you choose, your tab is adding up to be quite a hefty fee. From what I've gathered, you have yet to gain the Treasury's trust. You don't have much sway in directing the budget, do you? Backing a leader who can't inspire her team's confidence does seem rather unwise. Why is this happening? Why doesn't anyone try? Okay. If only they'd just listen. Instead, it's suspicion and insubordination at every corner. You know, there's a slight trick here, a secret. If you want other people to listen to you, maybe you should listen to them first. You know, it's just a very, very basic advice. I think this is something not only this girl here, but a lot of other people also need to understand. If you want other people to listen to you, maybe you should just think that, should I listen to them? If you don't, then yeah, I don't think nobody's going to listen to you. And somehow the Gen Student Council president, that woman, all of Kyoto's followed and trusted her. Why her? What can she do that I can't? Well, the question is what you can do. The question is not what she can do, but what you can do. You literally cannot do anything. That's the problem here. Why can't I become a superhuman too? What's different from then and now, from her Kyoto's and mine? Oh my god, she'll be like, oh sensei, great, I can see where this is going to go. I get it. This Kyoto's lacks fear. Oh, never mind. She went a completely different route. If they fear me, then they'll fall into line. Kaya. Yukino, where's the thermobaric warhead from Project Antioch stored now? The one you confiscated from Kaiser? The warhead has been deactivated and it's been stored in a military facility in the outskirts of DU. But due to its explosive power, it was impossible to completely disarm it. This is a direct order, Yukino. Transport the warhead to the silo under Kuosagi Station and detonate it. Okay, yeah, you like, what is this? She's destroying her. Okay. Even Kaiser is like, what is this? Even he's like, we are pretty damn bad, but we are not this stupid. Can I ask a reason? It's not like you to question my orders. I'll indulge you this once. Like you said, the Antioch warhead's power is intense, making it hard to fully neutralize. And most of Kuosagi town have relocated because of the redevelopment anyway, so casualties would be minimal. Minimal? Most of Kuosagi town means there are still residents there. Detonating the warhead is in a confined space like a subway station will... Yes, I'm aware of how it works. Kuosagi station and the nearby stations will sustain damage. Okay, you know what? This girl needs to get arrested. At this point, and that's the point. I need a show of force bigger than the wildest imaginations, otherwise it won't be enough to cow them into submission. They need to know we can erase a small city in seconds, then they'd think twice before crossing it. No, they'd come and try to kill you. Probably. These protests are even going to get like bigger, and she'll probably get assassinated or something. Like, you know, by some people, because something like this continues, that's what's going to happen. If the accident occurs in subway, we can pin it on the transit stuff's negligence. Everything will be tied up in a neat little bow for us. Outstanding. I knew you were a little crazy, but you truly exceeded my expectations this time. Our Kaiser president really does seem to have an uncanny eye for talent. Yeah, that wasn't a praise. She's just saying that you're a weirdo and that you will be easy to manipulate. That's it. Thanks for the praise. One objection, however, the silo under the subway station is Kaiser property. I'm not necessarily keen on you blowing up my things. You have a point. We'll be using your property, so to compensate, Would the control of Dew's subway system suffice? Oh my god. Once I've gotten rid of the current transportation officers, we'll need another body to oversee the subway system. If Kaiser Corporation is up for it, it'd be a win-win. Sounds promising. We've been eyeing transportation ever since the St. Nevitis rail takeover fell through. Control over the primary transport link districts would be a source of steady revenue. I'm not one to miss a lasting opportunity because I'm blinded by the short term. Very well, we'll make the preparations to receive the warhead in the silo. We'll need to coordinate with your foxes. Well, a few moments ago you're talking about being a weapon. I guess go and be a weapon then, That's finally settled. Now, back to my order. Squad leader Yukuno, your answer? Fox 1 understood. Prisoner's dilemma. By the time I left Kusagi Park and returned to Chalet, it was already late into the evening. I approached the counter to pick up bento, but... Huh? There's none left? I'm sorry, Sensei, we ran out today. Is there anything else, some expired ones? No, sorry, we ran out of every single bento in stock. For some reason, only this Angel 24 located in Charlotte didn't get enough bento since yesterday. I tried to find out why, but was told it was due to a new order, and that even the scheduled bentos were cancelled. Oh, were they trying to, were they doing this so that they could bring the rabbit squad? Because, the rabbit squad used to come here to get expired bentos and stuff. So I guess they cut off the supply here to indirectly make them so that they go and join the Fox squad. All we have left for sale is water. So there's no bread or any other kind of drinks. Yeah, basically anything to eat or drink. Yeah, I think so. I know I'm still here, but we've pretty much been closed today. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, this is a much pettier method of revenge than I expected. Sensei, do you know anything about what's been going on in DU? After the coup and stuff, it's been completely dead here. I haven't heard anything from the store's main branch. They gave us these new manuals to memorize, but there were so many regulations. And then these scary Kaiser guards came in sometimes to make sure we're following the rules. People are saying that all the Angel 24 shops are going to close and be replaced with Kaiser 26 shops. Yeah. My job. I've heard really scary things about Kaiser 26 shops. I heard they have to work a full 26 hours a day. What does that even mean? 26 hours? I don't think I can. No, there isn't 26 hours in a day, first and foremost. It's impossible to work 26 hours a day, yeah. Were you able to eat despite all that? Yes, luckily I packed myself lunch today. I made too much meat and potatoes to yesterday, so I just brought the leftovers for dinner. Bruh. Oh, if you want you can have mine. No, it's okay, really. I couldn't bring myself to take Sora's dinner, so I politely refused and headed back to Charlie executive office. Oh, I just realized something. That, and I'm assuming they also didn't want Sensei to get his food from here. I just realized that. It took me a while. Okay. Yeah, that's why he said pettier revenge. I'm starving. Hey, Fox Seeds delivery here. Fox Seeds? I've got a food delivery for someone named Sensei? Who is this? That girl? The pink-haired girl? What was her name? I didn't order any food. Odd, I have an order for an yeah, it's her. Inarizushi bento supposed to be delivered right here at the Chalet executive office. I forgot her name, the girl who makes food. If you open the door, I can verify the details for you. Well, I guess. Thank you. Yep, it's her. And the other two. You guys. Nico, yeah. Good evening, Sensei. It's been a while. Hey. I can't believe we came all the way just to see you. It's It's rather late. Have you had dinner yet? Not yet. We had a feeling you hadn't. I heard there were some unexpected hiccups in the supply chain as we transitioned power, and Charlotte's store was somehow missed. You really tried there, Nico. We all know it's just someone throwing a petty fit. Messing with food supplies, really? That's just childish. But pretty tactical if you think about it. An empty stomach is going to win out over your ideals every time. It's not as if Sensei is staging a sit-in at the Charlotte executive office though. It's a little bit immature. Well, for now, we from Fox Squad, will provide supplies when we can. Is this inarizushi? Yep, do you remember the ones from last time? You seem to enjoy them, so I made more for you this time. Go ahead and enjoy. Though I understand and wouldn't be offended if you were a bit wary given the current situation. Eat Nico's inarizushi. They're already eating Nico. Wait, did you just eat it just like that? Are you, well, not in your right state of mind perhaps? The fried tofu is smooth and the rice is the right texture. That's not what I meant. I know it sounds odd for me to suggest it, but did it even cross your mind that we might have tampered with it? Huh, like poison. Is this? Well, no, but... Sensei, I think you're missing the point. We're kind of on opposite sides right now. Well, you're bringing me food, so, you know. I'm sure you're well aware that we have all allied with acting President Kaya so that she'll support the revival of SRT. Shortly after rejecting Kaya to her face, people who work for her come offering food and you don't suspect any ulterior motives? Are you naive or are you stupid? I know they used to say keep your enemies close, but not so close you would eat their food. You know, on the battlefield, sometimes we leave behind faulty ammunition for enemies to loot. It's a similar concept. That's why SRT Academy teaches its students to never touch the food and water rations that belong to the enemy. But I'm not your enemy. I'm just your teacher. Huh. You truly do live up to your reputation. Nothing good comes from such an unconditional trust, even with allies or friends. If people see you as overly trusting, they might think you're naive and unreliable, which may hinder negotiations. Those who weren't wary or skeptical of others' motives tend to get the short end of the stick in life. Knowing this, why do you continue the way you do? I've learned that trust yields more benefits than suspicion ever could. Philosophies and ideals. Do you know about the prisoner's dilemma, Sensei? I do know about it, I forgot. It was like a... It was like something like some kind of a thought problem, like a prisoner was told that... Okay, I've forgotten. It's a psychological theory. Two prisoners are separated and given two options. Yeah. If neither betrays the other, both prisoners are free to go. If one chooses to cooperate and the other doesn't, only the betrayers go free. Yeah, it's difficult to trust in that point. And, you know. In summary, two prisoners can either cooperate for mutual benefit or betray each other for personal gain. Typically, they end up betraying one another because it's the optimal choice. While it's just a theory, it emphasizes the need for self-preservation. We've dealt with all kinds of criminals, and I've never once seen someone sacrifice their well-being for someone else's benefit. The so-called trust that adults brag about is no different. You really are SRT's elite force. It's basic game theory. You hardly need specialized training to... What? Did you just compliment us? Oh, no, you found our weak spot. All fear the compliment. But your theory, I think reality will often surprise you. Real life is more nuanced than some simple game theories, true. What effects will your decisions have on the future? Will the results of this game affect the next? But Sensei, this game isn't really about winning this round or losing that one. The most effective method is winning anything, is to make sure the loser can't return. Plant so much fear into your opponent, so much distrust and betrayal, they'll never oppose you again. Sensei, you'll likely never see us again when everything is said and done. We probably won't even remember your answer to this game, Sensei. We're weapons who can only point forward. It's an insignificant decision that no one will care about at the end of the day. Given that, do you still trust us? I do. You're not going to take us seriously then? Kurumi, chill out. Even if we say we'll walk out of here today and forget all this happened, well, hang your hat on tomorrow's potential? Of course. My job is to teach you and how to get to tomorrow in whatever way you want. You're quite the character, Sensei. Just as weird as they say. You know, your squad, the Fox Squad, is a testament to the power of trust. The trust of you have in Yukino is the core of your strength. A trust in Yukino? Well, you're not wrong. She's our squad leader after all. Is there anything wrong with that? No, not at all. The Fox Squad's bond have always been unbreakable. You can't stop trying to slide your way into your pretty words. She's our friend, she always has been, since before she became our squad leader. Well, this certainly has been an illuminating night. We've delivered your food, so our mission here is complete. It appears we dropped by unannounced, attacked you with a barrage of questions, and are now unceremoniously leaving. My apologies. To make up for it, did you want to ask us anything? Is the Rabbit Squad happy with their decision? The Rabbit Squad is... Our team locations are classified. We can't divulge that. Take the 10 bus headed towards Chinkiro from the station in front of Chalet. Get off the final stop and walk 1 kilometer east following the dried up valley, and you'll find a facility that's not on the map. It'll look like a deserted camp, but it's actually a fully operational training facility for SRT students, active since before the Gen Student Council president disappeared. The Rabbit Squad is stationed there right now. You can ask how they're doing yourself. Nico, you can't tell him that. The location of SRT squads are second-class confidential information. It's fine, they're not in prison, and they should be able to have visitors. But if you could keep this under wraps, especially from Yukino, I just can't with you. Whatever, I have no thoughts on this anymore. I'm technically outranked here, deputy squad leader. Thanks both of you. If Sensei can get through to those girls, maybe there's hope for us too. Until next, take care of yourself, Sensei. Okay. After they took off, I savored the remaining inarizushi as I wondered what to do next. For some reason, Nico's inarizushi was even more delicious than last time. Okay, I think I'll end it here. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Alright. So, I've completed up until episode 14. I don't know how much more is left. Maybe it'll take one more video, or maybe 2 more videos. I'm not sure. But yeah. Right, so today basically we had Kaya throwing a tantrum, her realizing that, oh, maybe things are not as easy as it seems, and her digging an even deeper hole by first and foremost asking the Kaiser to take care of security, second, literally trying to blow up a place where there might be people, obviously, and yeah, digging an even deeper hole. So all those things, yeah, it's just absolutely crazy, like what is happening here. Yeah, but let's wait and see where this goes. Okay, and that was it. That was my reaction to episode number not episode, sorry. What am I even saying? To chapter 2 of not reaction, my read along. Okay, I'm just used to saying stuff like this because I react to anime, that's why. This was my read along for today's section of the story. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below, anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I think I'll be back again next week. Like I said, I kind of missed 2 weeks before because I was a lot busy with a few stuff. But I think I'm kind of free now, so I will be able to come back next week with another video on this section. So yeah, until then, goodbye and have a nice day.